Hey, is this the Nephthys update waiting room? Yeah. Okay. So just have a seat anywhere. It's cool. Sweet. Oh, you're waiting on me? Oh. Well, I guess that makes a lot of sense then, huh? Yo, what's good, guys? The Worst Duelist here. So I have the updated Nephthys list finally. This is one of two variants that I'll probably end up showing on the channel. This is the Sprite variant. I'm testing it for a little over a week, about a week and a half. A lot of test hands, tested it at local sum. I go into that more in the deck profile, but yeah, this is the update to the deck. This is kind of where I'm at with it right now. And yeah, that's about it. We'll get into the list.
Alright, so I just want to preface the beginning of the video with this is currently more of like a rough draft. I did get some testing in with the deck, and I tested a lot of hands with it, but I'm still kind of working some stuff out. I just wanted to make a video with an update to the list in general to just kind of show anyone that was interested in the Nephthys list kind of where I'm at with it right now. I'll kind of explain the things that are still work in progress as I go, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to let it be known that this is not like a more final version. I've just been kind of messing around with this. There also is a pure list as well that I'll probably profile at some point whenever I get the chance to test that more. And I need to get a couple more cards for it, but anyway, without further ado, I'll just get into the list. So for the Nephthys engine, it's going to be 2 Conductor, 2 Devotee, 1 Disciple, 1 Matriarch, 1 Sacred Phoenix, and just 1 Diviner for the monsters. So the reason that there's only 1 Diviner in the deck is because, unfortunately, the effect to whenever you send the fairy to increase the level, you have to increase its level, which means that if you normal this and it resolves, it actually just no longer synergizes with the Sprite engine, which is kind of unfortunate. So yeah, I didn't want to play more than 1 because it's not a reliable normal summon, because it loses that synergy in that regard. However, playing 1 is completely fine because there's so much ease of access to summon it from the deck off of Gigantic, which is kind of like what we're really going for here with this. It's just, you know, the ability to summon this from deck, and then you end up, you know, tripping it off for either one of these. As far as the ratio for the actual Nephthys monsters go, I kind of had to slim it down, mostly just for space reasons, which is kind of unfortunate because I would like to play 3, 3, and 2 and keep the rest the same. Although 2 of this has been fine, mostly because I'm still on 3 pre-prep, you know, to give us more ease of access to this, and it's mostly. And it might seem kind of weird to only play 2 of this if I'm on 3 of this, but, you know, the idea is just like, you're really only going to resolve the combo like 1 time, and then from there you should just be able to make access code to clean up the game after that. So you just want to be able to see this more consistently and just be able to summon 1 from deck. Of course, there can be sort of awkward hands where you'll draw 1 of these with this. So at that point, you would have to reroute. You would kind of like no longer go for a Conductor line. You would have to do a line with Devotee instead, which the Devotee lines are actually quite powerful in this version of the deck because you have the Sprite stuff supporting it. And then for the rest of the Nephthys stuff, it's just 3 of the Ritual spell. But yeah, just a quick rundown for anyone that doesn't know what these cards do. I'll just give a brief explanation of the Nephthys card. So just very briefly, if you're unfamiliar, Conductor of Nephthys on Ritual Summon special summons a Nephthys Ritual monster from your deck, and it's treated as a Ritual Summon. And then if this card is destroyed or tributed, specifically this one is destroyed or tributed, you can destroy a Nephthys monster from hand, field, and deck. You don't have to do all 3, you could do 2 or just 1. But yeah, so that's Conductor. That's kind of like your main Nephthys Ritual monster, because the Conductor is going to special summon your Devotee from deck, and what Devotee does is on Ritual Summon you special summon a Nephthys monster from your deck, and then while this is in grave you can destroy a Nephthys card in your hand and special summon it back from grave. So it's very good for that bit of recursion aspect. Although if you overlay with it and detach it, you can't revive it, which is kind of lame, but you know, it's whatever. Disciple is, during your main phase, you can destroy one card in your hand and you can search a Nephthys monster, and then whenever this card is destroyed during your next standby phase, you can add a Nephthys villain trap. And the Matriarch is kind of the main one you're going to go for off the Devotee. There's just some lines where the Disciple could be better. Also, Disciple is an additional normal summon, but Matriarch is, you destroy a card in your hand, target a Nephthys monster engraved, that's all cost. Excuse me. That's not all cost. You target one level 4 or lower Nephthys in your grave, and then that's cost. And then you destroy a card in your hand, and then you special summon it. And then if it's destroyed, you special it back during the next standby phase. During your next standby phase, it specials back from grave. And then the Sacred Phoenix is, when this card is destroyed, mandatory effect, by the way. When it's destroyed, it is revived during the next standby phase. And when this card is special summoned, you destroy all spell and traps in the field. But yeah, that's just a quick rundown of the Nephthys monsters, for those who don't know. The Sprite stuff, 3 blue, 3 jet, 2 red, 1 carrot. So I actually want to play 3 red, but again, it's like I had to slim some stuff down for space reasons, because you really need to keep the deck 40. The further away that you are from cards like pre-prep or your ritual engine, it just makes the deck just like less consistent overall. So you really have to play 40 in a deck like this, specifically just ritual decks in general. It reminds me, I didn't go over the ritual spell just real quick. It's used to ritual summon Nephthys ritual monsters, and then if you tribute Devotee or Cerulean Sacred Phoenix for its ritual cost, you destroy a card non-targeting on resolution, which is very good. Non-targeting is great. But yeah, I really want to play 3 of this, but I just didn't have room, so it just ended up being this. And obviously the reason you want to play 3 is so that you can more consistently play through hand traps. And of course, the 1 carrot should be self-explanatory. Rest of the Sprite stuff, double starter. 1 double cross. I also wanted to play Gamma Burst, but there's just no room. And I feel like Gamma Burst, like double cross, can be pretty bricky, so yeah, double cross is just too good not to play, so we just conceded that we'll play the Garnet card. Really the only like main Garnet in the deck is this, because this is just like Blue Eyes White Dragon if you're not searching it with your combo, because it's a lot harder to make this live than it is to make double cross live. But yeah, it's kind of just a concession that I've made. I was honestly considering a build where you don't use the Nephthys Link search effect and you just cut this all together, and you just use the other effect to swap. You blow up a Nephthys hit points too, and then you swap for a different one in grave. But yeah, the rest of the Sprite stuff is the Nimble package, I guess. This could be considered part of the Sprite engine. Just very briefly over the stuff, there's some neat synergies with this. If you destroy this card with Nephthys effects, it triggers, which is very nice. And it's also not once per turn, which is really good. So you can like, if you use Disciple, the level 2 Searcher guy, well, they're all level 2, but if you use this one and you pop this in hand, then you get to search and you special one of your beavers, or 2 if you want, but I usually would just go for 1 and then save the other one for the, what's it called? The Sprint line. But yeah, that's cool because you can like Disciple, pop this, special the beaver, and then search the ritual monster, and then you can overlay these 2 into Gigantic and then get the spell. So that's a neat little synergy that has. And also, if you tribute it for the ritual summons in hand, then you special the beavers if you want. But yeah, that's that stuff. And then non-engine is 3 Ash, 3 Droll, 3 Imperm. This is kind of just like what I like right now. I kind of almost want to make this Nibiru, because there's some situations where sometimes you would want to tribute your hand trap. Like, it's just a way that you have to play out your hand, like based on however they interact with you. Sometimes you have to tribute your hand trap for the Nephthys stuff. So I was considering Nibiru because you can't tribute this. I was also considering Talents as well instead of a hand trap. But yeah, another reason that I had to kind of cut some stuff from the engine was to make room for more non-engine, because you just really need to have non-engine. I'm considering playing this for a regional that's coming up, so yeah, I was trying to build with that in mind. The extra deck for the Link monsters is double Sprint, 1 Preserver, 1 Dark, 1 SP. I'm going to get this probably at the regional, so that I won't have to proxy it anymore for my profiles. 1 IP, access code, and Underworld Goddess. So the extra deck, I'm like super like not set in stone with this at all. I'm really trying to work out the kinks with this, but it's just, I feel like it's kind of hard to build this extra deck because a lot of your options, at least as far as like the exceeds go, just like really aren't that great. I think this is fine. What I have here I think is completely fine. Two of this, I feel like maybe isn't necessary, but there are some lines where you will make this and then you'll send, you know, the angler into the beaver play, and then you'll overlay this for gigantic so that you can get the attack buff. And then you'll still want to make the other one too. If you're going first, you can use the effect to bounce cards still. Or if you're going second and you don't have lethal, so you can like push for damage with one and then make the other one later, so you can then, you know, have the bounce. It's sort of like a more grindy mid-range sort of thing. And one of this is fine. You're only going to resolve the combo once in this variant. Maybe if I took out the bird and I played the build where you use the second effect, which, by the way, I guess I'll just briefly go over this. This takes 2 Nephthys monsters, and then you can only use 1 effect per turn, so you have to choose one or the other. So the first effect is you can add 1 level 8 wing beast from your deck to your hand, so you don't have to play the chicken. You could play like Danger Thunderbird, and maybe there's more targets now that I just haven't looked into, which I probably should. But anyway, you add 1 level 8 wing beast, and then you add back the Nephthys Spell Trap from your grave, so you just get the ritual spell. And then the other effect is you can blow up a Nephthys card it points to, and then special summon a different Nephthys monster from your grave. So yeah, I was considering a build where you cut the chicken and you just use the other effects to kind of like pop Matriarch to special it back during the next standby phase or whatever, just to get some sort of value out of that, or like blow up Conductor to destroy any Nephthys monster in your deck. So yeah, that's definitely an idea I had. But yeah, there's not much else to talk about here. That's just, you know, that stuff. Exceeds, this is what I'm like super uncertain about. I mean, not this. We definitely play 2 of this. And then Cat Shark, Mosquito, the Sky, I guess, Typhon, and then I'll put this here too. Because this is part of the combo. So like you could play 2 of this because you can actually like make it, but nah, I don't know. I feel like it's not necessary. Mostly just because you're more often than not going to be level 2 locked. So as far as this stuff goes, yeah, I'm kind of like, I just don't really know like how I feel about this. I had never made this. I made this once as like almost like an interruption, so like it was fine, but I haven't made this to like the OTK or whatever. But I did, however, make the Cat Shark to OTK once. I just feel like this probably needs Zeus, but like if I'm putting this in for like one of these 3 slots, I feel like probably just keep this, just because this guy is a big like a really big bomb. It's just super easy to access at any point. But I feel like if I'm putting this in, then I also need to like find room for Downard or something. So yeah, I don't know like where this would go or if I should play it at all, but yeah, this is the part that I'm like kind of really uncertain on. I just don't know what to do with the extra for this. If anyone has any ideas, that would be cool, and I would be glad to hear it. But yeah, that's the current version of the Nephthys Sprite deck. It's good. It's consistent. It definitely performs the combo, and I'll probably post a combo video for it at some point as well, just so I can show you guys exactly what we're trying to do with this. But anyway, yeah, that's that. Thanks for watching, and I'll keep you updated on the different variants and any tweaks that I make to the deck, and I will also let you know if I end up taking it to the regional via a video, so you can see my next X3 drop extravaganza. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you.